and gentlemen, welcome to the third episode of the Empty Slate. And sorry it took so long. You know who I am. You know who I am. I know who I am. But do you know who I am? Well, I hope you do, because you tuned into this podcast. But I'm Russ, and the guy giggling in the background is Chris. And Chris, it's been too damn long since we've done this.
Yeah, dude, it's been a minute. Things been crazy. Ice storm, work, life. I mean, it kicks you in the ass every time, right?
Well, I think the we tried to go every Tuesday. The what would have been the third week was the ice storm,
Right.
and then so we tried to try to different day. It kind of got pushed off, and then last week we tried again, and work was just hell for both of us, and so we just were like, okay, well, let's try, and we kept pushing it back and back and back, and shit, we finally just said, screw it, let's just try next week, and we finally ended up on today.
Yeah, I mean, we're here. We're here for you, lonely fans of the Empty Slate.
Lonely?
Is it lonely?
Why are they fucking lonely?
Well, they got to be if they're listening to us.
That's fucked up. That's kind of messed up.
That's the first one. Are we 30 seconds in yet?
We're about a minute in.
Okay.
So a lot's happened in 3 weeks. We did it. We had the Ice Mageddon, which, I mean, I think you can agree with me. Look how sweet my Ray-Bans are. I just wanted to put these on because I felt cool in them. Nobody else can see this for them. No, I'm kidding. Just kidding. So we had Ice Mageddon, and I told somebody at work, I was like, I'd rather have 6 foot of snow than 2 inches of ice.
Absolutely. I mean, you can drive in snow. I mean, this shit is horrible.
It was a beating, man. And it wasn't that it like I was staying in Little Elm for work training, and I walked outside in the parking lot, and not a car had moved, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to work today. And then 10 minutes later, my boss called me. He's like, yeah, you're not going to work today. And then the next day, there we go. The next day, they had already called it off, and it's like this crap sucked. And apparently on was that Wednesday or no? It was Thursday or Friday. No, what was the worst day of the traffic? I think the worst day for the traffic was Thursday. No, Friday. It was Friday because it warmed up just enough, and it didn't freeze rain. It just kind of drizzled rain, and then that night it got into the 20s and teens again, and so everything refroze. And then everybody was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to work." And I think TxDOT reported 150 wrecks on Thursday.
Yeah, I remember. Damn, was it Thursday night or was it Friday? I don't remember exactly which day it was. I know I had to be at work at 3 or 3:30. I didn't get there till a little after 4. I had to go, which you never want to do in this situation, is go back roads, but the overpasses and everything were blocked off. You couldn't go that way, so I had to go side streets, and that was sketchy.
And TxDOT had all the the Texpress lanes and the not the toll road, but they had all the Texpress lanes closed, so you couldn't take the speedy way with the walls on each side. So that kind of sucked.
Would you really want to though?
No, I wouldn't. I mean, just because that's a big ass slice of pizza. Sorry, I got distracted.
That big New Yorker pizza.
Yeah.
Dude, we got that Super Bowl, and it was shit.
Oh, it's Pizza Hut. Well, we can speak for that.
Hey, my stuff when I worked there was good.
Oh hell!
But yeah, the ice, man, that shit was
terrible. I think it was. I said it to somebody a while back. I said, we're gonna get a late winter, and everybody knows it. No, I think we're done with it. Bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think we're done with winter.
No, we always get one good cold snap first part of March. I mean,
that kind of jacks up everything and all that kind
Yeah.
of crap.
All my buds on trees will fall off again, and then they won't come back till the middle of June again.
Well, and like last year, we had that late freeze, and it kind of like I think it kind of really hurt our pecan tree out here because we didn't get any pecans this past year,
I'm sure.
and the year before that we got a shitload of pecans. But so you had texted me and said, "Oh, what do you want to talk about?" And I said, "Well, I mean, there's a lot been going on. We had we had the Chinese spy balloon, um, which they shot down. Um, now, I'm gonna ask your opinion because I don't know if we've talked about this. We may have talked about this when you came over for uh, uh, the clash. But do you think it was a spy balloon or do you think it was a weather balloon like the Chinese said?
I, you know, you can't really trust anything the Chinese say, but at the same time, it's like you can't trust anything that our government says either. So, wouldn't it be some shit though if it really was just a weather balloon?
I don't think it was a weather balloon.
It might. It most likely 98% of the chance. No, it was not a weather balloon. But wouldn't it be some shit if it was?
I I think it was, and see, this is where I think it was more than that because
Where do all of our weather balloons end up?
well,
And this is why I'm.
most of ours just float off.
But where? I mean, do they eventually pop? I mean,
I don't.
that's what I'm kind of getting at. Is like
But
if it was a weather
it wasn't
balloon,
ours.
right? If it was a Chinese weather balloon, it shouldn't it have deflated like ours do, or do ours float off to other countries and they're like, oh shit, the U.S. is spying on us?
I don't think ours float off to other countries, but I do think that ours
They have to go
probably.
somewhere.
Well, I think they eventually pop. That's why I. That's why I really don't think this was a weather balloon for two reasons.
It didn't go up high enough.
It didn't go up high enough, and it seemed to be more controlled than
Right.
than just a normal weather balloon. I got hair in my mouth from my beard.
I
Um,
hate that.
you ain't got a big enough beard.
Right. It's the lip hairs.
Um, but I don't think it was a weather balloon. I think it was something. And then I saw reports that China wanted the pieces back or some shit like that. Now,
Of course they do.
how true that was, I don't know. But it's just weird. It was very weird, and the weirdest part to me was why wait. And this is true. This is the 100% what I think. Why wait to shoot the damn thing down over water? Why not shoot the thing down over um, uh,
Why didn't they
like
do it over Yellowstone?
land in
As soon as they
Montana
saw it in
somewhere?
Montana, Wyoming,
Yeah,
why not? Why not shoot it down right then and there?
right. And I mean, obviously, we realize electronic components don't work over water. So, what was being hidden? You know what I mean? Like, I really feel like there was some shit that may have been hidden. I mean, obviously we've talked about how our faith in the U.S. government and especially China Joe.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
but why wait that long to shoot it down over water? Blah blah blah.
exactly.
The fucking government. You can't ever trust them. And now the reports are that there have been 7 unidentified flying objects. Yes, I said it, ladies and gentlemen. Unidentified flying objects shot down over the U.S.
Doesn't necessarily mean it's aliens.
Okay, so here we go. Here's the great debate. Do you believe in aliens?
The God-fearing Christian in me says no. We are the one and only out here in the entire universe. But there's gotta be something else out there.
Well, I'm going to say it right now. I think there's no way we're the only thing in this universe.
No.
There's absolutely no way. There's absolutely no way that we are the only being, creature, whatever you want to call it, in this universe. I don't. I understand people's. I understand people's um, uh, religious beliefs. I respect that, but there's absolutely no way. We are there's no way we are the only being in this universe. And there's going to be some people that are going to give me shit for that. And I don't really give a shit because that's what I believe. And I'm going to tell you this right now. They've been here before. They're here.
How do you think we got Velcro and fiber optic cable?
Actually, Velcro was invented by like a Swede or something.
Sure it was.
I don't think Velcro would be an alien.
That's a rumor that's going.
Velcro.
Velcro.
That's the first thing you go with. Is Velcro.
That was one of the first things that was given to us by aliens.
Not lasers.
No.
Not artificial gravity.
No.
Velcro.
We have that too, by the way. We have anti-gravity technology.
Yes, I know.
But yeah, Velcro.
You gotta be shitting me. What are you, a Velcro? What are you, a Velcro conspiracy?
I heard it.
Now?
No, I heard it on the Chad Prather show.
Oh God, you listen to that goob.
I kind of like him.
I bet you think he's cute too. Do you want him to be your Valentine?
I mean, he's not a bad-looking dude.
Oh Jesus, I'm not a bad-looking dude. Look at this sexy face.
Yeah, you're too much for me to handle.
Drink my Kool-Aid that Bert Kreischer stole from me. I had this jug before he did. Damn it!
Right.
I'm a little bitter at him right now. I still haven't got my picture back.
He probably gave it to Adrian Chekchik.
I saw that she was on his show. Thought that was kind of funny.
Did you listen to the podcast?
No, I haven't listened to it. I was going to listen to it tomorrow. I got to drive to Waco tomorrow, so I was going to put it on my drive to Waco tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I haven't gotten through all of it, but it's very insightful.
So Velcro. I can't get over this Velcro
and fiber optic cable.
Fiber optic cable and Velcro, not lasers, not I can't even think of something space age technology that we have now.
Think about when did Velcro come out? The 70s, 60s, something like that.
I don't know. Let's.
It's probably earlier than that because they had Velcro on the spacesuits, and that was like the first application of Velcro was on astronaut suits for the Apollo missions. So it was before that. It had been like mid 50s.
Velcro was invented in 1957.
Yeah.
The original invention. Oh, I nailed it! He was Swiss, and I just guessed. In your face! I nailed it.
Congratulations, you're smarter than a fifth grader.
A fifth grader didn't know that a Swiss man invented Velcro, and his name was George.
George what?
George de Mestral.
De Mestral?
No, it's De. D-E. It's George, D-E, lowercase d. So there's like a D.
Dada?
No, not Dada.
We're going to get
not a 5-year-old saying
we're going to have to get Mr. Little in here and see if he can pronounce it.
There's a thing here that says, let's see. I was trying to figure out why Velcro was invented. But Velcro. Here we go. Why was Velcro invented? Got the idea for Velcro from
aliens.
Cockleburrs caught in his clothes and his dog's fur. Cockleburrs. During a walk in 1948.
Cocklebur in the country. What did that song go? I'm over here fiddling my shit, and freaking Rodney Carrington popped in my head.
Oh God, it's Kookaburra.
Kookaburra. Cockabur.
I mean, I just Velcro and what did you say the other one?
Fiber optic cable.
Velcro and fiber optic cable.
That was invented in the 60s, I want to say.
You're an alien. You're a Velcro conspiracist. Okay, so obviously you have two different opinions on this.
Regardless, I mean, there's a lot of technology we've gotten from aliens. I'm sure there's some kind of pact that says, "Do not blow us off the face of the universe," if and we'll play nice or whatever.
I just can't get over Velcro. I guess because I mean, I guess to me Velcro is one of the simplest things that because you remember like the Velcro shoes back in the day that they still make. Uh, like you said, the Velcro on the spacesuits. I, I'm just trying to figure out like what else. Like, okay, so you wouldn't think that.
I think
you wouldn't think like
microprocessors.
you wouldn't think like you wouldn't think like I was about to say spacely, like spacely sprockets from the Jeffersons.
Jetsons. Jefferson's totally different.
Je-
Jefferson's totally different genre.
the aliens went to George Jefferson's house.
I wonder how that turned out.
Oh gosh, wheels off. Rolls on.
Holy shit!
So, golly, the Jeffersons. I can't believe I got that one wrong.
Boy, did you!
Well, I mean, George Jefferson, he could have met aliens before. So so we're on this, and I know you won't watch it, but I'm going to ask you to watch it. There's a show that came out on Netflix. The guy was on Joe Rogan's podcast. It's called Ancient. Oh shit. I think it's Ancient. No, Alien Architecture. Maybe. No shit. Fuck. Sorry. Let me get there. I can get there. Stall. No, I'm kidding.
Want me to start stripping, or I mean, is it?
Good God, no.
Put some music on.
I
mean, hang on a second.
No, don't put music on.
Let me get some. There we go.
Turn that crap off. What is it? So, it's damn it.
But I don't have my Jeopardy theme on here.
Oh, here comes one of the cats. So he had a guy on there with him. There was two of them. One of them, his name was Randall Carlson. Randall Carlson is a geologist, and he was absolutely freaking insightful on stuff on that show. And he's been on Joe's podcast for quite some time, probably dating back to pre-Spotify.
Is it Ancient Aliens? Is that what it is?
No, not that stupid show that's on. Oh man, you're gonna take my glasses off. I feel weird now. Oh my god, I can't find this.
Start calling you Rooster.
Who?
Rooster from that's Danny Masterson from The Ranch.
Graham Hancock. There it is. Holy crap! It's called Ancient Apocalypse. So,
no, that's Aliens.
No, that's Ancient Aliens. Ancient Aliens is the weird show with the guy with the really crazy hair. That I think I can do that. I think my hair's long, like where it looks like that. No, my hair's not long enough. I have not cut my hair in so long, and it's been getting on my damn nerves. But I've just kind of kept it going. and like the other day, I had like super bat wings.
Kind of got the Joey Logano before plugs.
Oh, poor Joey. Yeah, but Joey had a issue with his hair.
Yeah.
I just have thin hair. Um, but yeah, so ancient alien or no, ancient apocalypse. It's like 7 episodes. It's really good. I watched all 7, and you have to go into it with an open mind. And when you go in and you watch it, it's very um, it's very thought provoking. Like um, because of the way that he goes into these ancient. I mean, you could call them ruins. He goes into these ancient ruins and
Well, like the pyramids and stuff like that, right?
kind of, sort of, but I mean, like not necessarily to the pyramids, but he goes into other things that I've never thought about, or I've never even heard of. Now, one of them is how do you say it? Machu Picchu? You ever heard of that one?
Yeah.
The ancient ruin thing. He goes to that one. Excuse me. He goes to some other ones. Like he goes all over the earth, and it's not flat. Uh, but
Okay.
well, there are some flat earthers out there. Kyrie
What
Irving is one.
what the fuck does that actually mean? Like, I don't.
They believe the earth is flat.
If it was flat, we get slung off like a merry-go-round.
I would have to. I mean, I'm not kidding you. I would literally have to look more into it. All I know is they believe that the Earth is not a round ball, but a very large flat plate. That is flat.
So it just stood up vertical
And,
like that.
and like I said, I don't know. I don't really know if. Huh?
Yeah, I know.
What are you talking about?
You said, never mind.
Are you hearing things?
No. I
Are we
mean,
lagging?
no more than normal.
The hell are you talking
There's
about?
always voices in my head.
I hear voices in my head. They
There you
talk to
go.
me.
I knew you were going to catch on.
So okay, so we got to the alien part. What do you what do you think about like this? What do you think about this that we've shot down 7 different objects?
I think it's a distraction from the whole Jeffrey Epstein list and the whole thing with Biden and his weird State of the Union address, and it's all a distraction. I think all of it is a distraction from him and the proceedings about Hunter Biden and all that kind of shit.
Now, have they started the stuff on Hunter Biden yet?
I think so.
And has
They
the
might.
list for Epstein come out yet?
Yes.
All right, I need you to send that to me. I just want to look, so I can
Well, that's Spotify.
continue to dislike people.
Well, Clinton's on there.
Well, obviously, Clintons were at the top of that list.
Kathy Griffin.
Doesn't surprise me. Probably Anderson Cooper too.
Obama.
Doesn't surprise me.
Let me see.
So 7 items. Now, did you see the one video where they shot that? Where they shot that one? Um, it looked like a tube. Have you seen that video? I have to send it to
No,
you.
I haven't seen anything really. I just know that there's been, like you said, 7 that's been shot down.
Yeah.
I just
One of them looked like a. It almost looked like a school bus in the air. Maybe it was Miss Frizzle.
you could have been poor Miss Frizzle. Finally got shot down.
Yeah, she had just kind of maybe she had just gone off the hinges and just said to hell with it. Man, that dude has a caveman brow. Holy manoli. Good Lord, Cro-Magnon much? His forehead looks like it literally.
Tell folks what you're actually watching.
Oh, I'm watching NXT
There you go.
wrestling.
That way they don't think it's me.
Goodness gracious. That thing is. Ooh, that poor bastard. He is an ugly man. He looks like the caveman from the commercials. Maybe he works for Geico. Not a sponsor, by the way.
Not a sponsor, but hey, we're always.
But while we're talking about sponsors, ladies and gentlemen, this show is sponsored by Blue Lube. Blue Lube for all of your lubing needs. Doors, car tires, orifices on cars and people. Blue Lube.
Nothing.
Get your 6-gallon jug of Blue Lube at bluelube.com today.
It will break you loose.
Blue Lube used to be a joke on the podcast, or not the podcast, but the after show that I used to do with the Tap Out guys until they kind of quit doing that because one of them got his heart broken by WWE.
That I don't understand. It's fucking entertainment. That's something I will never. That's one thing in this world I never understand is hardcore wrestling fans that get upset over wrestling. I'm trying to. I just don't understand it. Like it's entertainment. Why take so much into it?
I used to, but I kind of got to that point where I knew it was I knew it's we know it's fake, but
I'm not gonna say fake because
it's not okay. This is a Jim Cornette is saying it is a pre-planned outcome.
Yes.
So okay. Let me ask you this then. If you don't understand why people get mad, or you still don't understand why people get mad at wrestling, do you get mad at NASCAR?
At like the organization, NASCAR, the organization, or at certain driver things that happen in the race?
No, just the races themselves.
I don't get mad. I get what's the word for it? It's not mad. Like I get pissed off. Like okay, when Denny Hamlin flat out dumped Chase Elliott at Martinsville, I was pissed off at Denny Hamlin.
Yeah,
but I don't get mad at NASCAR for that. I get mad at Denny Hamlin. Wrestling fans get mad at WWE, AEW, WCW, New Japan, whatever. They get mad at the company, at the organization. Like I get mad and frustrated with Failed Entertainment for the way that they've run Monster Jam for the last, 8 or 6 years. I get mad at them for that, but I still go because it's still entertaining.
Odd numbers. Even numbers, but odd year dates. Like some people say, 5 to 10, 6 to 8.
Well, because there was a changeover to where they went from crush cars and stuff like that, buses and vans and all that kind of shit, to just straight up dirt hills, basically.
Yeah.
I just don't remember. I think it's like 8, maybe 6 years ago that they did that. But I get mad at them for things like that, and maybe somebody could let me know: is it scripted? Is it predetermined? I don't know how racing like that could be predetermined, but I don't get mad. I watch wrestling for fun. It's something fun to watch. I like the promos. I watch more promos than I do matches. There's certain matches I'll watch, like the Dewdrop and
her name is Piper Niven.
She will always forever be Dewdrop.
She does not never ever need to be Dewdrop again.
No, but like last night's Raw. I didn't watch that match. I will watch things that Becky Lynch is in, Charlotte Flair, Bianca. Oh my God, Bianca Belair.
Bianchi? Did you just say Bianchi?
Well, I stopped myself because I was going to go, oh my God, Bianca Belair.
Bianchi
Yes,
Belair.
Bianchi. God, she got
So,
ass for days. God, yeah. She's gorgeous.
So, okay. The thing about why people get mad at wrestling, and I think from my standpoint, because I've got mad at WWE before, because I've got mad at wrestling, they have talent. They had talent, and we saw some of this talent get released during the Vince McMahon era.
Right.
And we saw the same people get pushed and continuously pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. And it's like, how many times did you see? Like, I mean, how many times did we see Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar? How many times did we see Roman Reigns?
Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley?
Or how many times did we see Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns? Yeah. We saw this so many times, and it just seemed like they were never pushing guys that we as fans wanted them to push. And so, I mean, I can understand how that can get really frustrating, and it can make you just absolutely pissed off because if you watched NXT back in the day, you saw these guys that were good, that were coming up, and they were just so piss poorly used when they came up. And I mean, for some people, it kicked you in the dick. And like for Andrew's been a wrestling fan for a long time, but he saw, he watches all kinds of wrestling. Andrew dislikes WWE. You've seen that when he was over here. He likes a certain style of wrestling. I like a certain style of right now, with companies, the style of wrestling that I really like isn't there. So,
which is?
It's one of the. I like the older school style of wrestling, not the super kicks and the flippity floppity. I'm going to do an acrobatic gymnastics routine type crap. I like the guys that are going to fight, that are going to get in there and make you feel like you're watching a fight, not like you're watching a gymnastics routine. Gotcha. And with AEW, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of people that over exaggerate, and nowadays in wrestling, they're kicking out of so much shit. I mean, they're kicking out of on AEW. Last week, 2 weeks ago, somebody kicked out of a tombstone pile driver.
Yeah, that should not ever.
Like they're kicking out of finishes left and right nowadays, and it's making it seem more and more fake.
Right.
I mean, we know it's fake. We know that it's predetermined. We know that it's a predetermined outcome. We know how this works, but it's almost, or no, it's not almost. It's insulting to people like you and I, and some of this older crowd that grew up watching, early '90s all the way through the 2000s ruthless aggression era, watching wrestling that made you feel like it was real.
Right. I mean,
and now you watch it and you don't feel like it's real. You feel like it's a scripted, flippity floppity. Let's see how many cartwheels I can do routine. And it pisses people off, and I get that.
When you have people using the super kick, and for me, Sweet Chin Music was always HBK's thing.
Night. Super kick, night.
That's it. You kick out of that. Holy hell, that's a hell of a match.
Right.
Same thing with a tombstone or a stunner. I remember the matches that Stone Cold and Rock had, where I think Stone Cold had to put 3 stunners on the Rock to pin him.
And that makes sense. But now you've got guys. Yeah. Now you've got guys kicking out of a tombstone pile driver. They're not even main event guys. They're mid card guys, and you're like, Get the fuck out of here. It's embarrassing. So
Okay.
I can see why people get mad at wrestling. But back to our original talking point. Back to it. We have the Super Bowl of racing coming up this weekend.
Yes. For people that don't know, that's a Daytona 500.
Got an early pick yet?
Oh, pick for the Daytona 500.
An early pick.
The 6 car, Brad Keselowski. He didn't even make the main event at the Clash, but yes, I'm gonna go with 6 car, Brad Keselowski.
When is qualifying? Is that
Wednesday,
Wednesday? Tomorrow?
tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
Yep.
Is that going to be broadcast on TV?
FS1,
I will be watching that.
and then the duels Thursday night.
I will be watching that. Well, oh crap! I'll be in a hotel tomorrow night, so I'll have to flip between AEW and the qualifying.
The duels.
Yeah. Anywho, I'm excited for NASCAR. I'm excited for what we've got coming up this season. And, maybe we'll see some aliens on the track.
Well, never mind. I'll get canceled. So
I don't know. I don't know.
asked-
Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs looks like a small school child.
You asked my early pick. Who's yours? I showed you mine. You showed me yours.
Kyle Busch.
Oh, the 8 car. All right.
Come on in, Cat. Because I know you were going to sit out there and yell at me if you didn't get to come in. As much as I love my boy Kevin,
God, wouldn't it be a way to end your career, your last season, or to start your last season?
Start your last season, win the Daytona 500.
God, that would be awesome. I'm going for him.
I hope he qualifies. I'd really like him to qualify in the top 10. I'd like to see Kyle qualify in the top 10. I'd like to see Martin Truex qualify in the top 10. The guy that won Clash. Did you see? Did I send you the clip of Kyle Busch poking Martin Truex in the tank?
No.
So when they went up the stairs, it was hilarious. I think I sent it to Jackie. When they went up the stairs to get their medals, you know how they did the medal ceremony?
They fucked that up bad.
Yeah, I missed. I think we quit watching it.
They didn't even show it on Fox.
Oh, that's right. They didn't show it. So Martin Truex had his back turned to the camera, and Kyle goes walking up the stairs, and he just reaches up under his ass and just grabs him. Martin Truex jumped like 10 feet in the air because he didn't know what happened. I didn't see it live but I saw it on TikTok, and I died laughing for like 20 minutes about that. It was hilarious because Martin Truex jumped sky high. He didn't know what the hell just happened.
Who grabbed my ass?
Who grabbed my taint?
Man, I did the burnout for 2-3 years, and that was fun. But it's just I can relate to what
I just got a text from a friend of ours that used to teach third grade, or she teaches third grade, and on a sticky note, someone wrote "I love meth," and it's supposed to be "I love math."
So I can kind of relate to those people that get mad at wrestling with this because there's a fucking fly or something in here. What the fuck? Anyway, I'm mad at NASCAR because of too many changes.
They have had a lot of changes. I agree.
Way too many, and that has kind of driven me to the point where I just don't care anymore. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love watching the races. I love going, but I don't have to watch them all anymore. I used to I wanted to watch all of them. Now I don't care. about it as much. I guess is that kind of make sense?
Yeah, no, it absolutely does make sense because I mean, me personally, I've kind of got that way with with wrestling. Like on Mondays, I have it on, but am I paying super close attention to it? No.
Right.
Same thing with Wednesdays with Dynamite. I have it on, but am I paying super close attention? No. I'm watching. I'm watching the people that entertain me that I enjoy, and the rest of the time it's kind of background. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I'll look up and and I'll look up at certain and I'll watch certain matches that maybe it's not somebody that I like, but maybe it's something that like okay, I'll give this a shot, and then you watch it and you're like, why the hell did I watch that? So I mean, I get your feeling in that because I'm at the same thing with wrestling. Like, I mean, are we Sunday we're getting together for the Daytona 500? Are we going to sit here in the garage or in my office and watch every single lap? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
It's I mean it's going to be on wherever we are, whether
Yeah.
we're inside or whether outside. It's going to be on. Now, are we going to be intently watching it, not breaking eye contact with the TV
No.
for 4 hours? Absolutely not.
No. There's there's certain times to really tune in, and now with the whole stage racing thing, you've got 5 laps before the end of each stage and the last, I don't know, 20 laps of the race. That's really the only time to really tune in to the 500.
And restarts,
Right. I mean, the stage ends and the stage starts, and
restarts and final laps. Final stage laps.
yeah, I mean that's really about it. I mean,
I mean, and I mean, let's be honest. We're gonna pay attention to it, but it's not gonna be something that we're gonna be like sitting over there, just like I said, intently watching, like so deep into it that
right.
we're going insane.
I mean, you know how many times I've taken mid race naps, and I'm like, oh, did I pause it? No, it's the same shit over and over and over.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that you get together with people, you watch some of it, you cook out, you have a cold beverage. It's the same thing with it's the same thing with kind of wrestling. When you guys come over for those things, you pick and choose what you really want to watch.
I
The
don't
only
know.
thing
Royal Rumble's pretty good.
Royal Rumble was good. Now I do think the only thing that there are things that you kind of do definitely intently watch, and maybe like UFC stuff that you pay for that's got some backbone behind it, especially UFC that now that they're 85 fucking dollars.
That's another thing that pisses me off. Putting behind a double paywall. I I don't like that shit.
What's behind a double paywall?
UFC fights.
Oh well, I mean that's their deal with freaking ESPN.
It
Um,
doesn't matter. That's what pisses me off is that there's a double paywall, so you have to pay for ESPN Plus, which I do, and then you have to pay another $85. That's just shouldn't do that. You don't have to do that with the premium live events. With
right with Peacock.
yeah,
Yeah. Well,
watching on the cock, you can even get the little cock and still be able to watch it. You don't have to pay for the big cock.
your dick. You caught me off guard with that one. Um, Now, I will say with with there is a I mean, I think we own it. There's a bundle that you can have Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and
Right.
and Hulu.
Yeah, I have
And,
that.
that's only $12.99 a month.
Right, but still, it's a double paywall.
But this is where I kind of disagree because it's your choice to buy that pay per view. You don't have to buy those pay per views every month. So when there are pay per views that really want to see, you watch them, or you watch them by keeping up with them on ESPN or a website that may or may not be using bunny ears right now. not hoping that they are listening.
They are always listening, and we are canceled right now.
Yeah, well, they're gonna cancel my ESPN Plus if they could find out my email.
So
That motherfucker's streaming shit illegally.
you shouldn't have to resort to that. There's
No,
gonna be a lot of people
it's
out there
absolutely
that will
horseshit that
do.
they.
There's a lot of people that will do what you just did, and there's a lot of people that are like me and see the $85, and I don't feel like taking extraordinary measures because it's not that important to me. I mean, I would like to learn more, like what you and Brian put out, but it's like I'm not going to pay $85 for a fucking pay per view when I don't, for one, don't know what the hell's going on, and two, it's just something else to watch.
Well, and I will say, like, you know,
It it it.
now with the bloated roster, and I'm not saying that in a negative way, but now with the bloated roster of UFC, there are a lot of free fights.
Yeah, I watched all the prelims, and they were pretty good.
No, I mean, but there are a lot of free fight cards.
Oh, right.
I mean, there are a lot of free fight cards that they have on Saturdays.
They want you to pay for the big names.
This past weekend's card to me was not that great. It wasn't. It was not. Definitely was not worth the $85. I don't know how many people bought it, but I guarantee you, it probably wasn't a really high seller for the UFC. Um, and I mean, and don't get me wrong, it's absolutely horseshit that they have gone up so much in the past few years, and you hear fighters leaving because of pay issues. They just had Francis Ngannou leave because of a pay issue, and
That should not happen.
these fight cards continuously go up. Prices on these things. Well, I know it's not Dana himself, but he's the spokesperson, so he's the first person you can blame. So it sucks for them, but I just like I said, you gotta pick and choose. Um, you gotta pick and choose which ones you buy and where you spend your money on them because, like, I mean, there are diehards that do it every freaking month or every other month, and I'm like, I don't know how you do it.
Here's what I don't understand why they don't do. Like, okay, NHRA has what do they call it, track pass or something like that, where you can buy the whole year, and it doesn't matter if it's on TV, if it's on FS1 or Big Fox or what, you get everything. Their cameras are rolling the entire weekend, and you get everything for $100 a year. Why doesn't the UFC do something similar like that? Charge, I don't know, $18 a month, and you get all the UFC you can handle.
Well, they have UFC Fight Pass,
Okay,
and UFC Fight Pass.
Do you get the pay per views?
No, you don't get pay per views.
That's what I'm saying. Put everything on it for $18 a month, and you would open your eyes, or open so many people's eyes to what you're doing. I mean, I know there's a lot of UFC fans or MMA fans out there already, but the average guy like me, okay, I'll do a free month. Give me a month for free. I'll try it out, and if I like what I see, then I'll keep it. And so many people now don't even realize they're paying for that shit. So you get people to just subscribe that don't even watch the shit.
No, and I'm not disagreeing with you on that. I don't. I think there's a lot of give and take with some of these bigger platforms. Like, I mean, before WWE had the before WWE had the deal with Peacock, they had their own network. It was it was $9.99 a month.
$9.99, yeah.
Now, did that make to me? Now, to me, I will say when they first started out with Peacock, it was pretty
Rough.
difficult to navigate. It was, it was a pain in the ass to navigate. It's gotten a lot better now, but and I will say now that a lot of those things could change when they set if they eventually sell. They could end up back on their own platform. Especially if they're not with Comcast Media. So I mean that could be one of those things that changes.
We need to pray that they sell to Comcast.
Well, somebody in the USA. I don't give a shit if it's as long as it's not the Saudis. I don't care.
Right.
That girl is so tiny. She just ran the ropes and bounced off the bottom rope. That's how short this girl is. She's so short. And I'm not kidding you.
Is it like Hornswoggle?
No. But if she stood flat-footed, I guarantee you her head, her chin probably barely comes up to the top rope.
Damn.
That's how tiny this chick is. And she's the NXT Women's Champion. That's insane. Okay, so she's standing on the ring apron right now, flat-footed, and it looks like her chin, mouth, nose area is equal with the top rope.
Jesus.
Maybe the shortest female that I've seen in WWE in a long time.
Should be on OnlyFans soon.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, you told me that you have an hour. Or if you can go longer, I can go longer. Hey, that's what she said.
Yeah.
But
no, because somebody got a call to go to work, and I got
you
shit
work
shower
tonight?
shift. Yeah, that's what the call was for. They were going to call me at 7:30 for 10:30. So,
damn. So you get to drive to where?
Oh, Miller to Dallas. Yeah.
Oh, so you ain't got to drive far.
No. I just hop on a train, take it to Fort Worth, and go home in about 14 hours. That's about it.
Well, I'm not going to say I feel sorry for you because I don't, but I hope that those 14 hours aren't too long. I know as me and Jackie like phone and play Bejeweled or Clash of Champions or Clash of Clowns or whatever you kids are playing on your phones these days.
I just look at Reddit porn and that's about it.
Don't tell people that.
I'm kidding. If anybody at work is, I don't. I'm kidding.
I'd rather you tell people that you look at food porn.
I do. You know what? I do that.
I am very guilty of sending because Jackie turned me on. Jackie introduced me to an Instagram follow, and this is a free shout out for Fat Fucks Unite.
Jesus.
Oh my gosh. It's everything that a fat guy could ever want to watch because they do every kind of weird concoction or super sandwich or holy cannoli. Check out Fat Fucks Unite. It's a vulgar name, but boy.
What is it? Facebook group or what?
Instagram.
It's
an Instagram page. Basically all they do is share cooking videos from restaurants, fairs, like people that cook insane meals online. That's all they do is share clips from that.
I don't do Instagram. That's kind of.
I don't know if they're on TikTok. If they are, I'll send them to you.
I quit doing
but
that.
you can always go look for old Pepper Belly Pete.
Yeah.
Let's get started. I got my Pepper Belly Pete glasses on tonight too.
Yeah. Hey, did you see my spatchcock chicken?
I did. It looked really good. It looked damn good.
Yeah, I hit it with these nuts.
Did you put it on your woodless smoker?
Yeah, my woodless smoker.
Your easy bake oven,
dude.
Did you get it right? Did you finally fine tune it?
I did. I hit it. I mixed the Meat Church pellets with the Royal Oak charcoal pellets. What'd you do? Rip one?
Yeah.
No, I'm glad it's not smell-o-vision. I think that was my cue to go.
All right. Well, close us out.
Folks, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I really do. And I hope you come back for more. Until then, I'm Chris.
And I'm drinking a gallon of water, Russell.
And we'll see you down the road. Yeah, I know, but we'll see you down the road.